caliber ambassadors, and I'm part of the family. This is how I see myself. And thank you very much to all participants for your invaluable speeches. I had the pleasure to listen to you all. Thank you. Now, what I would like to point is towards the solution. So, as we are all gathered today to ensure a better tomorrow for our future generations, we demonstrate an agreement that certain improvements will happen with some certain changes in our lives. Consequently, we are all working towards the progress. We must also keep in mind that universal human rights application has to be the norm of every practice, which applies to rights to education as well. Since education is a basic human right for all, it becomes a crucial application to put into effect for everyone, so all could achieve the most in life. That being said, before the COVID-19 pandemic, UNICEF noted that over 1 billion children around the world used to head to class on any given school day. And according to UNESCO's estimate last year, due to COVID-19 pandemic, 185 countries have closed schools nationwide, consequently impacting 1.5 million children and youth education around the world. Alas, beside these figures on educational disruption, before the COVID-19 pandemic, nearly 300 million children around the world had no access to education anyway. And now this number is far bigger, of course, because of the COVID-19. Furthermore, despite the compulsory education for children being implemented by many countries around the world, lack of trained teachers, poor training and learning materials, fleeting classes, faulty sanitation means make learning very difficult to children. Basically, the routine of the reality before the COVID-19 crisis and the additional challenges arriving with the pandemic made everyone to realize that our old programs, routines, and habits, including the educational process we follow, is not sustainable anymore. This is why it is vital to rebuild our lives, and we urgently need to introduce stronger structures as well as improved arrangements with taking education amongst primary topics. Simultaneously, brand new human rights lessons should take their compulsory place in every primary and secondary school's curriculum as well. These lessons should be provided to families, carers, and to all other organizations, establishments that interacting with children. Of course, this particular compulsory implementation on human rights lessons to children will require new planning with more basic explanations, just enough to provide them the first glimpse of liberty. These will be structured with national and international experts' input. Thus, will be applied with strong dedication, solidarity, strong controls, as well as determination and collaboration. Fortunately, given the current digital technology, many communication channels, such as smartphones, tablets, computers, media, games, puzzles, art, and all the other interactions will make planned education process much easier. This simple reality is we also need to focus on climate and all other environmental issues, digital equality and cybersecurity, weapons of mass destruction, economic well-being, immigration, social coherence and equality, and all the other aspects which require sustainable development progress for a healthy population. Besides, the actuality is all these points are interconnected. In fact, the backbone of this connection is, for sure, the education, as well as the implemented teachings about human rights. Here, I would like to remind everyone, it is time to adopt new and better, sustainable development strategies, which are compatible with the after-COVID rebuilding plans. Because exactly at this point, we have a massive opportunity to rebuild our lives and to restructure the future for our children. If we just collaborate, if we show determination, I'm sure we will achieve this. Thank you very much indeed.